Well, it's Saturday. The cruise is over, and we're parked at Whittier, Alaska, at the dock, waiting for it to be called so we can disembark the ship and go to the Anchorage airport.
Now, folks, there used to be a glacier called Portage Glacier. It's sitting right here where this lake's at today. This is what's left of it, is these pieces of ice out here. But about 1980, it started breaking up. Now, it was huge. It filled up this lake, and it towered up like this little mountainside here on the right side. And about 1980, it started breaking up, and in 10 years, it was gone. And the scientists and all that does that type of work, they hadn't figured out yet what caused it. It sat here for years and years, you know. This is called Portage Valley through here. Now here's that place where they keep all that wildlife. Here's this wildlife park over here on the left. I doubt if you'll be able to see anything from here, but folks, in 1964, when we had that bad earthquake up here, that earthquake measured 9.5 on the Richter scale, one of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded in North America. And it shook for 5 minutes. And this valley, it fell 10 foot. It just collapsed. Of course, it destroyed all these roads. And there used to be a forest ran all through here. And of course, it dropped that 10 foot when the tide came in. Of course, that salt water came in, flooded this valley, and that's what killed all these trees here. But most of them have been cut and carried out. People come in here and cut it up for wood and haul it out. On the left is what's left of the old village of what they call Portage Village. There's just the two buildings there. It totally destroyed that village. People were all gone, and they, of course, never did move back in after it wiped them out. But all the port cities here from about Anchorage south were all destroyed from the tidal wave, from the action of that earthquake. And Anchorage was destroyed just about. Downtown area, there was only two buildings left standing down there. That sand and silt, and it kind of reacts like a vacuum. And it gets, you get in there and you start sinking up, and it just holds you, it just grabs you and holds you. And you can't be pulled out. It's not, you know, in quicksand, you usually pull a person out of it. But this here, they can't pull you out. We've lost 16 or 17 people out here in these mudflats between here and Anchorage. And occasionally we'll have people be fishing in these little mountain streams and get off in the creek and get caught, and that water will sweep them off down and out into this Turnagain Arm. And this range of mountains on the right side is the Chugach Mountains. That's spelled C-H-U-G-A-C-H, Chugach. They decided against this bridge. They went out there and they drilled down to about 450 foot, and it was still this old soft mud, silt, sand. And so they decided against putting the bridge in, and they rebuilt this road. And so I've walked over most of these mountains over here on this left side, these Kenai Mountains. I used to drive my truck in as far as I could and then throw my pack on and take off across the hills. I usually just used a pan whenever I was prospecting. If I found a little bit of something, I'd carry in sluice boxes, use them to see if I had anything. Of course, I never did find very much, otherwise I probably wouldn't be driving one of these. Here now, it gets so green that the grass and trees and things look blue. Then in the fall of the year, whenever the leaves start changing color, it seems like it just fills the whole spectrum of color. And then the mountain ranges to the left, and of course further on in. It's about 20 square miles. It was highly enriched in gold and silver. Hood over here on the right, and we pass Bernard Lake. They're both joined together, and that makes up a floatplane basin for Anchorage. You can see all the float planes parked around the sides. That's one of our major means of transportation up here during the summer. We have a lot of water. If you really want to get out into the bush, well, a float plane's about the best way to go. Most of the larger, taller buildings belong to the major oil companies. They put them in whenever the north slope started booming. Now, 4th Avenue now is actually the main street of Anchorage. Now, I'll be turning up here to the right on 6th, and then we'll go over turn back over, and go over on 5th, where I'll drop you off. And we have shuttles running here, I think around 6 o'clock. And you can catch a shuttle out to the airport. Just be sure you get out plenty of time for your flight.